Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Thank you for your patience, guys. Yo, what's up? Welcome to Vencabot. Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider action. My name is David. Today we're ranting about, Twitch categories and discoverability and the channel's new focus going forward, and we're gonna try some new stuff here very soon. We got a big raid from Big Abe, the homie. He's playing Street Fighter 5. He's got silver as his Cody in Street Fighter 5. That's pretty exciting. Shout out to fucking playing ranked with a game that actually has it ranked. I love it almost as much as 3S, as much as I know that's a sin. Well, it's not really so much a sin if you're enjoying it. Nothing wrong with loving what you love. I think there are those that are going to be critical of, of that, but I think that, every game has something different to offer. I think that Street Fighter 3 fans are really into the, if I had to, take a stab in the dark, I think it's a lot of it's the very fast-paced neutral, which from what I've seen, 5 seems to really lack. 5 seems to really lack a fast-paced sense of neutral. It seems very, very laborious, and I think it's why people kind of don't really do neutral in 5. So when I watch 5, even at a high level of play, there is so much dashing. I think because characters walk so slow in that game, and when you dash, of course, you can't block or committed. I think that makes, just big random pokes really strong in 5. And I kind of feel like, in general, it's not a game so much about neutral as Third Strike is, and I can see why there are those that are not huge fans of both. Have you ever thought about raids? Can be a way to be more social, but I guess you may not like it. And I do raids sometimes. I like to do raids for channels that I know and that I love. With some exceptions. Sometimes I'll raid channels that I just know are good and people I might want to get to know better. But in general, the whole thing with raiding for me is I don't like the self-promotion aspect of it a lot of the time. But if it's somebody that I know, I love it. I really appreciate raiding people that I know. And likewise, when we are raiding other channels, I prefer the people that I know. And since it always ends so late, it's kind of hard. When I play Third Strike for a few days, it's amazing, but I always do enjoy coming to a more simplified and carved path in 5. Any forward heavy kick type thing is brutal and neutral, says Big Abe. You enjoy a Tomb Raider as well? I know somebody who raids people they don't know, and I find it sweet, and it's branched them out, I think. Yeah, I think that a lot of people I've met through this channel have been random raiders. And likewise, when I've been on other channels that have rated random viewers or random streamers, I've met some pretty cool people through that. So I can see the appeal of it for sure. I've considered it in the past, and I will consider it going forward. Yeah, there's pros and cons to it, I feel like. Dick says raid small streamers and try to poach their viewers. That's what I'm saying, Dick. There's definitely that aspect of it that's sort of like a risk. When you raid any streamer, is this idea of, it's sort of like, hi, I'm so-and-so, I have this many viewers, come check my channel out sometime, which I think is kind of weird, kind of a weird flex. But at the same time, again, if it's somebody that, it's like, I look at, to me, raids at their best are a way of creating like a network. I love the idea of making like a network with people that you are friends with and people whose streams you enjoy. That means a lot to me.
So it's the same.
Oh, let's fucking go. You didn't see shit, bruh. Are you sure there's somebody out here?
We may have a problem.
Oh, what the fuck? How'd they see me? Might be a rough start. Ooh. Monkey run! Ooh, the monkey run! Ooh, the monkey run, dude! You can't touch this, dude! You can't touch this! Oh shit. Ooh, monkey run! Where's this dude? About to fucking monkey run up on his ass. Here he comes. Watch. Ooh, look at it. Ooh, my god, dude. It's like a horror movie. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if you were a fucking soldier out in the wilderness and a fucking chick comes out of a cave monkey running at you at full speed and you can't do anything about it? I won't raid if I only have a few people, but 5 and above always feels worth, especially since I've been watching this channel and some of the entire time in quarantine. Yeah, I know the feeling. And I like raiding channels too if they're friends of mine, people that I follow especially, or people that I've met through the stream that I know are streamers. But I find that when you end the channel and end the stream at like 3 a.m. in Eastern time, it's kind of hard to find channels to raid sometimes. Like how I Patreon you with no expectations, huh? Whereas Dix wants body pics. I didn't know that. Why didn't Dix just say so? This whole time I'm not sending Dix dirty pics, so I figured you wouldn't be interested. I wish you could crab walk in this game, huh? Monkey Run's so sick fast. I really feel like this game, part of its strength is the skill-based movement. I like how you just monkey run for the whole game. It doesn't make you have to go any faster, actually. which is a shame. But it is definitely much more entertaining, right? To run like a monkey through the whole game. That's what I feel anyway. You guys might disagree. I kind of feel like having a mechanic in your game where you can run like a monkey should be in every game. It's so amusing. If a chick came running at me, I'd probably be so dumbfounded, I wouldn't know what to do, huh? She's running on all fours. That's what I'm saying, dude. Running on all fours? That's a whole different thing. Hola. Hola. Love that command. Okay, so let's see here. So what are we doing today exactly? Are there bad guys over there that she's looking over there for? I want to kill more guys if I can. Just for no reason. Tarzan knew something, huh? That's what I'm saying. There's a reason why you want to run like this. Makes you more stable. Gives you iframes in this game, which is sick. Yeah, the skill-based component, guys, is that if you mash the dodge button too soon, she does a roll. She does this, basically. It's kind of like, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Neo. Right? Neo had this idea of, you know, having like a phased dodge attack. Phase 1 and Phase 2. They'll kind of discourage you from mashing, basically. Because that's more recovery than the second one. But if you time it just right, you can monkey run continuously. It's kind of tough. And there's really no reason to do it outside of just the fact that it helps you monkey run. It's its own reward, basically. How far are you in this game? It looks like you have a lot of gear. I got a lot of gear. Well, this is just a skin. Like a Dark Souls kind of skin. It's like DLC bullshit. The gear I have... excuse me. I'm at the end of the game, though. I do have a lot of gear. I'm at the end of the game here. I think I want to look at my map. And, I'm really salty that I can't find the last item here. The last document. It could be anywhere on this whole fucking map. And I have no idea where it could be. Because it's not marked on my map. Because I think that I'm missing one of the collectibles. There's a collectible in this game called a map. It's kind of confusing since this is my other map. But when you find a map, it'll actually mark locations on your map that will help you find things, you know, from here. You can get little icons. And I'm missing one of the maps, which means I can't find this last document. It could be anywhere in this insanely huge area. It's pretty sad. Let's actually go on with the plot, guys. Let's go up here. So supply shack. One thing I thought of is that tombs usually always have a map for the collectibles in it, huh? So you may have missed a map in a tomb here. It could also be under the shopping bag icon. It could be, but I don't think it is. I've looked pretty hard under that icon. I've been fucking tilting my head and... You know, let's just go check out the... Oh, shit. Is that little bird there? He's cruising. Yeah, I've told my stream before, guys, that if you see me doing this in the game, monkey running everywhere, it means I'm bored. This is a criticism of the game. I'm not this game's biggest fan. I think it's pretty cool. But... Oh, shit. Hit. I want to shank him so bad. Shit. Might die. Run away! You guys might have noticed I don't like shooting. I'm holding L1, trust me, I'm holding L1, but I guess I can't heal myself because I'm fully healed already? Yeah, okay. Where you at, dog? Oh my god! This is so satisfying. That's so satisfying. I think it might be in a tomb, huh? Could be. Dude, fuck shooting guys in this game, man. Just literally run up on them. This is hard mode. I can just do this on hard mode. Let's fucking go. I wish I had more attack. I wish I could kill them in 2 hits instead of 3. That'd make life a lot easier. Okay, so let's go somewhere. I wish every game had a pounce. I'm not even joking about that. I've been joking about having every game have a monkey run, but pouncing is such a cool mechanic. It's been in Uncharted. Kind of blew my mind in that game. And it's blew my mind in this game too. Also, this game has a really unique idea for like tree climbing. I've never played any game in my life that had tree climbing. And it's really fun in this game. Where am I going from here? Want me to jump over this log? I mean, I could try. I had a bad feeling about this. Okay. It's kind of silly that when you get in combat with anybody, the rest of the enemies forget how to do anything, huh? Well, it's not really as rigid as it is in some games. You know, in some games, it's literally like a cutscene that plays out when you do like a finishing move. Enemies cannot hurt you. This game, they can. It's just that sometimes they don't. You're right, Fast. They're programmed to be hesitant to shoot you when you're killing a guy, but they'll still do it. It's kind of like a random chance if they will or not. Compared to other games out there where you're totally safe when you're doing a finishing move, this game you're not really that safe. I think it really depends on proximity. I think that if they're far away from you when you're doing a finishing move, they will fire on you. But I think that if they're close to you, they get caught in like a field where the programmers thought they might like interrupt the animation. It's almost like the animation's like a little cutscene that plays out right when you kill a guy. It's like they wanted to have, you know, the certain cinematic perspective that's not crowded by enemies, right? Like they don't want to have something like clipping through you while you're doing it. So they all kind of step back when you're doing it. They kind of step back. And when they're doing that, they can't shoot you. But if they're already kind of like coming toward you, they will fuck you up when you're doing that. You're not actually invincible. They will definitely fuck you. I've died many times that way, in fact. That's probably the #1 way I've died in this game has been from trying to kill a guy with my stupid pickaxes and getting just destroyed by shotguns and shit. But yeah, today I've been very lucky. I think it's again proximity based. I think if I do a melee kill while people are surrounding me, they won't shoot me. They kind of have to step back. I'm gonna do this out of boredom, honestly. Wee. The hell was that sound? Science! That's how physics works. Alright. Fucking monkey run. I've been thinking about doing like a little essay for our video games club about gameplay density. And this problem a lot of games have, I feel like, where you are sort of walking from point A to point B and nothing actually is happening the whole time. It's kind of an issue we've seen more lately in some of these games, like, you know, Zelda or Zelda series playthrough kind of suffer from that. Like, you're going somewhere, and also that game you played, what was it called? That horror game you played on PSP? Questionable game mechanics. We played this game on PSP, it was like a horror game, it was called, I don't know, can I jump up there? Okay. It was called Yomawari. Yomawari. The Yomawari's big problem was that so much of the time you spent in that game was just walking and doing nothing. You're just literally walking. At least this game you're jumping sometimes. But Yomawari was like the perfect example of a game that really needed to examine what is the player thinking in this moment? What's on your mind as a player? Are you doing anything interesting right now? Like, this is literally just busy work when you're just going from point A to point B, which is a shame. You wish there was something involved going on, whether it be, you know, putting enemies there to kill on the way, or making the jumping more interesting or more dynamic, or just more often. I'm here to look for a document, but also to advance the plot today. We're going to just go off the plot for no reason except that I'm just bored with looking around for treasure. I could buy a laser sight. Ooh. A rope ascender? Oh. Can't afford the shotgun. Don't really care. There's no documents in there, though. Nor is there anywhere out here, to my knowledge. Like Brian said, it's probably in a cave or something. Someone's like, oh, my name is Vencabot, from the year 1200. Me and my friends built this temple, and my homie got sick. It was a real issue. Thankfully, he got better, but it put us back 3 weeks of work. Anyway, this is Vencabot signing out. Year 1200. Lore. The lore. Get the laser sight, says Brian. I mean, sure, whatever. I really don't care, and if I don't care, I might as well, if Brian wants me to do it, then I'll just do it. Satisfy Brian. Just kill a man and seal it all. I wish I could, dude. I can't draw my... Oh, I can draw my gun in here. I can't draw my bow, though. Can't draw the arrow. Give me this, dude.
Can't get that one on the open market. Not for a while. It's real bleeding edge.
Great. Can I upgrade my shit? I have so much... I got the... What was it called? The enhancement tool or whatever. So theoretically, I've got like a bunch of new upgrades I could buy. Let's go to my rifle. It's my kind of like my go-to gun. Let's select this, I guess, and buy this. So this thing's fully upgraded now, huh? I guess so. Refinement tool, yeah. Yeah, Splunky took that idea from NetHack, which also we see that echoed in ZHP. ZHP, you can kill the shopkeeper, or you can try to steal stuff from the shopkeeper, which is makes them all pissed off as you kind of like a NetHack. Shotgun's also kind of cool. What is this? More damage? Hell yeah! Now this one I want to use. This shotgun. What else I got? Break action, full auto. Brian says full auto is good. Pump action. Backboard barrel, more damage, more rate of fire. Sure, man. If it makes you happy. How to equip this now? Do I go O button to equip this? To go back. Shotgun, full auto. There. Okay. So weird. Such a weird mechanic. Okay. So let's go to the pistoles. I've got no upgrades for my one I'm using, the semi-auto, but I got some for his other gun. So I have to click right bumper? No, actually X now. Now right trigger, excuse me. Heavy pistol, huh? Well, it's got this bit of reload speed. Bit of recoil compensation, yeah, definitely that. Okay, more reload speed, sure. This is equipped now, I believe, right? If I had, I selected it like this. No, I have to select it like this. Boom. There we go. Yeah, I think the problem with that menu system is that you use the same button to equip it as you do to customize. It's kind of bizarre. Like, to access the customization menu, to customize things, you have to press X on the one you already have equipped. That should unequip it. If it's equipped, tapping X on it should unequip it. But, whatever. Okay, so let's see here. Skills, got one skill point. We would establish that I don't really care. Whatever I buy, just buy whatever. I already have all the skills that I want. Okay, so we got some upgrades. I think we're going up there, right? No, not at all. This way? UI was one of my complaints on this game. It's honestly not that bad. That's my one complaint with it, really. I'm curious to hear yours, Brian. I just don't like that fucking weapon upgrading system. Just real bizarre. You have to equip guns and also upgrade them from the same spot. Like, that in itself is not weird. It's weird that it's the same button, I guess. I'm gonna go where again? Oh, I'm looking at this fucking icon like it means that's where I'm supposed to go. I have to go to the fucking Boreal Valley or whatever. I'm a doofus. Just running on all fours the whole game. That's so sick. That's so sick. We gotta fast travel to the fucking valley, dude. Shooting dice in the alley. Whatever. Whatever. If you guys were there, you guys were there. If you guys weren't, well, too bad. Whatever. That's Liam Lynch. A big breakout hit, if you could call that. Most of my complaints were rather nitpicky. The weapon upgrade UI was one of them. Got used to it, but it's kind of awkward. Yeah, I'm finally getting used to it. Thank you, Brandon. Skeleton Warriors. I'm finally getting used to it. I'm starting to figure out how it works. But at first, for the first 10 hours of the game, I had no idea, like, why I was equipping certain guns or how to necessarily access the, like, why I had to press X so many times to get to the upgrade menu. I was always like, how come I just pressed X and nothing happened? Skeleton Warriors! Skeleton Warriors! Gotta go this way. Main complaint, it was just not enough dues to merc when going back to areas, yeah. Yeah, I think that the way that I play this game demonstrates my proclivities as a gamer toward stealth gameplay.
These are the tales of the skeleton warriors.
That's so good. I think that, you know, the fact that I would much rather stab guys in the neck from a tree than to shoot them it just demonstrates the fact that I should not be playing this game. I should be playing fucking Metal Gear Solid or something. Right? I think that... I also feel like it's worth pointing out that Uncharted, to me, struck a much better balance between stealth and melee and shooting. There's something about the enemy's AI in that game that made it much more fluid. I want to analyze that some more. But this game, I feel like the stealth is pretty much a non-issue, a non-factor most of the time. And it has that AAA problem that you hear a lot about in the media, where a game presents you with more than one gameplay style, right? And you're going to pick one or the other, and, you know, neither one is really that, like, evolved as a result. And I really expected that to be the case in Uncharted, but I didn't feel like it wasn't. I really feel like it wasn't. I really feel like in Uncharted, they sort of worked together, they synergized, so that you had shooting and stealth and melee, and there's a good spot for both, for all of the above, and it kind of made the combat feel very dynamic and fluid. This game is sort of like, I would much rather do melee than shoot. I'd much rather stab guys than shoot. So, you know, than the THAN. And so there's an aspect of, like, the game sort of allows that. The game sort of allows you to do that. You don't always have to shoot. But it's kind of more like a decision. You can do one or the other if you want to. It's kind of a cool area. Oh, this game looks so good sometimes. Dishonored kind of fits. Alas, no longer plays, so moving on, huh? No long plays, yeah. Overall, I enjoyed this game, though. Guess I'm just a sucker for lore in general. I mentioned before that I think this game is a fine game. I think that its biggest strength is that you play as Lara Croft. Like, I think that's kind of a sort of a backhanded thing to say. Broadhead wall climbing, yeah. But I think that it's a solid game where you play as a fledgling Lara Croft. I think that in that respect, they really did well by the Tomb Raider franchise. I think that a lot of other heroes from gaming history have gotten a lot worse in their reboots. I think that if you wanted to play a Tomb Raider game, that was what you wanted to do, you wanted to play as Lara Croft, then this is your game. I think that my big complaint with it is just it's sort of generic. I feel like it's sort of just not really that spectacular compared to other games I've played on this channel. It's just sort of there. But that's not the worst thing in the world, again, especially if you want to play as Lara Croft. I think that's something fine to aspire to. Right? Like, I think that she's a cool protagonist. How come they're colored so weird? Look at that. It's so silly. Like, you have a maximum hold time. It lasts forever. I just let go of L2 and draw it again. My cursor's in the same exact spot. Right? There's really no incentive to not just release it and re-trigger it. I don't know why they're different colors. Yeah, I think that, you know, Lara Croft, she's a iconic, you know, heroine in gaming, a very rare thing. You know, a strong female, you know, protagonist. I think that to give a character like Lara Croft a game like this, you know, it's very reasonable. You should see the whole time on the Grim Whisper bow, huh? Just lasts forever and ever. Yeah, I noticed earlier that I can just literally just draw my bow, and then I can aim at someone's head, and then I can just release it and pull it back in, and just to refresh my time. Like, it's very silly. The whole mechanic, I think, is kind of, like, misinformed, or otherwise, like, you know, it's sort of not well thought out. There's no reason why she should have a max draw time, right? Like, her arm's like, my arm's getting tired. Oh, I'm gonna have to let it loose. It's like, I understand it's supposed to be like a risk-reward. Like, you can't just draw it and aim at someone's head and then, like, track them forever. But you literally can do that, so why not just let me hold it forever? You could probably drink an entire shake before it expires, huh? I probably could. This is a really fun mechanic. I wish it had been there since the beginning of the game. Okay. I have to go a little bit higher, I think. I'm not sure I'm going to reach that. I'm going to have to do a really weird little jump. Hup! Oh, come on, Lori. Oh, that sound effect is so good. That's such a good sound effect. It makes sense in the beginning of the game when your hold time really sucks, but after a few skill upgrades and weapon upgrades, it becomes inconsequential. Well, again, you can still just do this. Draw. But even with the draw time, like, of course there's a draw time as well, which you have to kind of factor in. I have to put, like, one here. And then one over here. And then, like, one right up there. Whoa. No Can-Do'sville? I could put one way up there. Okay, I have to put it, like, right here, then. Whee! You have a skill to just jump and jam arrows into the wall. Maybe, oh, I forgot about that, Brian. Thank you. That would have helped me right there, for instance. Oh, look, there's another thing up there. Well, son of a gun. That's kind of a cool little secret spot. Go, Lori, go! I have to do this number. Oh, Lori, come on, don't glitch out now. Yush. This game, like, finally, at the very end, and, you know, Uncharted had this problem as well, right? We get kind of, like, new powers as you go. It's got some pretty cool platforming, man. Like, between this cool grappling hook and these wall arrows and shit, this could be super sick. And it is sometimes. Come on, Lori, you want to grab that, or... It's not grabbable? I mean, they're definitely teasing me that I should go up there. It wants me to go a little higher, I think, with my arrows or something, right? It wants me to go up there. Now, can I jump and jam it in here? I think it's sort of... It's supposed to grab onto that, but I think it doesn't want to for reasons. So I have to basically redo this. I should be no problem, right? I should just be able to put it right there. It'll knock the one out, but who cares? I mean, that's kind of a long jump, even for Lori. I wonder if I can throw my grappling hook at that. Gotta bring it close as possible to me. That's still kind of a long jump. I might be able to make it. Yeesh! Grab it, Lori! Oh my god. So according to Brian X, I can just jam an arrow in here. I mean, I can't for some reason. That's weird. I'm pretty sure I can. Maybe I didn't buy that skill? Wrong button. Oh, it was triangle. Okay. Oh my god. Cool. Yush. Oh shit. This is a hoot and a half. I kind of wish the grappling would just have worked. Now, I'm not going to be able to shoot one there, right? It's going to probably knock the one I'm standing on off. I don't know about this. I might be able to do a bizarre little sideways jump like this. There we go. Oh, come on, Lori! What the fuck? Why not reach out and grab? Okay, let's just do this the old-fashioned way, I guess. Okay, yush. Yush. Okay. There we go. There you go. Easy game. First try. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Alright. Dix, I fucking got it, dude. You see that? See the skills on display just now, Dix? I'm godlike at this game. I almost killed myself right there, but I didn't die, though. Solemn crevasse, huh? Solemn crevasse.
I just have to catch my breath for a moment. This place.
Shut up, Lori. Oh, there's much. Those are coins. Why wouldn't she talk while I'm playing the game? Why does it ask me to sit there and do nothing while she talks? That's kind of frustrating for me. Like, I'm curious to hear what she has to say, but not so curious I don't want to just actually play the game for an amount of time that could last anywhere from 10 seconds to, 6 hours. This place, Katesh. It's so good. My dad wanted to find this place, but, he killed himself. That sucked for him, I guess. And for me, too. You can at least check weapon upgrades and skill trees at the camp while she talks, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, you're right about that. I could definitely upgrade some shit. I think, it'd be different if it was a cutscene, like something to actually watch on screen when she's talking. Some action, some facial expressions. That's whatever.
Jacob, I'm heading
I don't mind if you give me a cutscene.
What will I find down here?
But when a game says, just stand here and listen to somebody talk.
But it should be safe, at least until you make it past the orrery.
Orrery?
Was it part of the observatory?
I listen to every single audio log in the game.
By my astronomers, before the deathless bury the old city. You'll need to use it to open the entrance to Katesh.
Yeah, this game, even though I criticized Uncharted for having, the stupid gimmick of, oh, there's a magic city you find at the end of the game, I must say that at least that had a little more fanfare than this, because the cutscenes kind of made it feel more important. This game, it's almost like they try to save money on cutscenes by having all these audio logs instead. And I find them very uninteresting. But now we're here in this magic city, and I'm like, okay, where is this place? What is this place? Oh, you would know if you fucking would listen to this fucking shit. I'm like, okay, fair, that's true. You're right, it's my fault. At the same time, though, I mean, if it were Uncharted, there would have been some cutscenes leading up to this. Like, some actual things would have actually have happened. Like, people would actually, sometimes, they talk a lot in Uncharted as well, but they stand around and they talk. And they have facial, and they go, God damn it, out about El Dorado. And you can go, oh, okay, well. At least I'm watching something play out dramatically. Okay. Would you call this a tomb, perhaps? It's sort of a tomb. People presumably died here. Are we raiding a tomb? Oh, look at this thing. This is the orrery.
This is extraordinary.
No, it's an orrery.
Let's
If you have
see
any
how
questions about the
this
story,
thing
just let your
works.
tour guide Brian Eggs know. I will do that. This is definitely some kind of puzzle, huh? Beautiful. Super beautiful. Well, I guess. Can I do this?
Looks like I can pull that into place.
Cool. I like how she has dialogue when you do her fucking devil trigger. That's really interesting. Very interesting. She says things at weird times in this game that make you feel rewarded for doing this or that. Okay. It's really bizarre animation. So I probably could stand on that, but I mean, do I want to? Maybe I do. Not a lot of other options I got. Okay. Yeah, there have been many times in this game where I've like done a thing or approached a wall or, fucking, stood in front of a thing for a longer time. She's just like, oh, well, flavor text. I'm like, oh, that's kind of fun. Or, you'll go like her psycho vision, and she'll be like,
Got to get that into the right position.
yeah, it's kind of a fun way to get like little dynamic tips. In most other games, they just give you like little text back pop up and say, hey, here's a tip, dumbass. This game, when she goes into like her thinking mode, she'll sometimes think aloud. It's kind of annoying in some respects, because of course she's giving you tips you might not have asked for, strictly speaking. But I'll take it over just a text wall. Plus her voice is very nice. Shout out to the voice actress. I can't shoot a bow and arrow here. So I guess I have to, oh wait, if I... Oh, so I thought it was mashing arrows causing that. This is that manufactured peril, right? I mentioned that in our Uncharted playthrough. She's so affixed to this platform that she cannot be dislodged. Compared to, you know, Tomb Raider original, where when you were on a narrow beam, you were on a narrow-ass beam, dude. You could definitely tell you were on a narrow beam because you had to be very careful not to fall off. In this game, she's like, whoa, I'm on a narrow beam, but you can't make her fall off. If I pull the stick really hard, either direction, she will not fall off. I'm pulling it as hard as I can. Trust me. Well, I can also swing this, looks like, huh? Perhaps. Might not need to. That's awfully high up. What am I going to use this for? At least it makes sense because she normally only gives hints when you activate survival instinct mode versus Uncharted, where they would just tell you exactly, yeah. Just because you wanted to wander off a few feet from the course to look for treasure, yes, very true. Yeah, I kind of like that, you know, it's like her think, it's like canonically her thinking mode, right? So it's kind of funny that you press her thinking mode button, you can see things, and she's like, huh, what if I did this to this? It's kind of fun. Yeah, it's much cooler than a text box, which most games would just do. Relax, Lara, you ain't going nowhere. She's like, whoa, almost fell off there. I mean, I don't think I can grab it. Even if I could, I'm not sure I'd want to. I could rotate it even further. Is that something over there on the other side I could grab onto, perhaps? That might be what I'm supposed to do, huh? Look over here. If I yanked it some more. Oh, it is. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, where am I going to swing to? That blue platform, I guess? Go from there to there, I guess. Or do I want me to move? No. Well, let me pull this in advance, I guess. I gotta pull this so it faces like this, I think. That'll probably do. The hell? Is that my little Zelda jingle for solving the puzzle? It sounds kind of terrifying. That I was being attacked. This is where this game's at its best, man. I think this is the first time in the whole game they've actually asked me to solve a puzzle in the middle of the game, though. This is usually for optional dungeons, right? If I'm not mistaken. Watch this. Amazing. Amazing. I really feel like they could have done more. I really kind of, actually, now that I mention it, I think that it's sort of like immersion breaking that she's this good at acrobatics. Not because, you know, it's silly for a game protagonist to be good at acrobatics, but because we established her as being like an intern archaeologist in the last game. Not sure how much time has passed exactly, but, you know, in Tomb Raider 1 and 2, it is actually demonstrated through the game diegetically that her home, Lara Croft's, you know, her mansion she lives at, has like a training area for her to learn how to do her flips and shit, and her jumps and her leaps and her cartwheels. That was like a thing the game actually had built into it. Was like, yeah, she's Lara Croft. She's really good at platforming because she's like a gymnast. This game, you know, it's later in her career, I guess. For this you know, reboot franchise, established her as a archaeologist in the first game, under duress, and you kind of appreciate that. You know, she's you know, physically fit. She's under duress. She's having to climb cliffs, but now she's doing a lot more like flipping and jumping and grappling hooking and all kinds of cool gymnastic stuff. I would have liked for them to have established that she actually like has a capacity for that. She's a prodigy for got in her genes. It's good vibe, but maybe. And they could have just said, maybe they did for all I know. Maybe they said in one of the, you know, the little backstories or one of the audio logs that she's like a gymnast or something. But you know, all we know about her is, to my knowledge, that she's like an archaeologist. She was a gymnast, huh? Got adventurous in the bedrooms as good vibe. Nothing wrong with that, dude. Nothing wrong with that. So I have to swing over on this thing from the look of it. But can I pull this at all?
It's locked. Just have to disengage the mechanism.
Locked, huh? Her gymnast history is not covered in audio logs, says Brian, huh? It's gotta assume it. It's gotta assume it. Yeah, I think it's kind of whack. I mean, again, some of these things she's doing, it just struck me, like, to swing, to grapple hook from a thing and then land on a very narrow beam. She's like, whoa, like that's fucking impossible. That's actually impossible. Even by Nathan Drake standards. Oh, what is this? Oh. That will allow it to turn, I guess? That's cool. How would I turn it, though? I can use this to get over there. Whee. Russian judge only gives it a 6.5, though, huh? Next, you'll tell me hopping around walls using arrows is impossible, too. I don't know about that, Dix. I can believe that. If you had strong enough arrows, you know what I mean? You have to have very strong wood for the beam of the arrow to stand on it. With it being only embedded about, you know, 2 inches inside the wall. That's a lot of leverage. But, you know, there's pretty strong woods out there. Maybe she's in a magical forest. That's magical wood. They can hold a whole grown woman's weight on a, you know, ½ inch of, you know, wooden... you know, stick.
Jacob's people were ahead of their time. Watch your step, Lara.
I gotta do some fucking Mario platforming on moving platforms? That never happens in this game. I wouldn't even suspect the engine could handle it. Well, shout out to the fucking engine, I guess. Do you think of the way that she, like, locks onto her targets when she jumps? It'd be totally understandable if it was, like, you know, fixed. It wouldn't work for moving platforms, but I guess it does. Shout out to the Baba Yaga DLC, I guess. Remember, we did that in that game, too. Well, I could go over there, or I can go in here.
The Mongols destroyed everything in the city, sank beneath the ice.
Level 7 Greek, dude. Level Shebin. I got some hella platforming. What's that above my head?
Just got to make it to the top now. Got to time it just right.
Yo, this is fucking sick. Pause. This game could have been so sick, dude. Unpause. Look how pretty this is. Uncharted never did anything like this. And that makes sense because Uncharted didn't have real platforming. This game, for all of its flaws, has real platforming. Whether or not it's good platforming, it's up for debate. But at least it's functional. Oh shit, that recovery level. Uncharted was kind of like fake platforming. Yo, fucking famous follows bot? It's been so long, dude. Long time no see, Abracardo. How you been? I feel like it's been a long time. I wonder if Twitch found a way to, like, auto-block these guys. Big follows, Brian. It's been a minute. This is so fucking cool. How come more of the game isn't like this? So I gotta get over to there for sure. I guess like this. Now how am I gonna get off this thing?
Patience, Lara.
Well, I guess it wants me to drop down, huh? From the look of it.
Now!
Oh, they gave me a slowdown. Come on. Come on. It's like a quick time event. Hup! Yeah, am I just going back where I came from? No, I'm making some progress. I'll jump over on that thing, I think. This is the cool shit this game has ever had. Whee! I had a little puzzle. Got some actual platforming. Didn't have the funny fonts it dicks, huh? It did not at all? Well, I mean, that's how they started blocking them. It's really gorgeous series, says J-Bomb. Huh? With some solid platform. That's what I'm saying, J-Bomb. It's actually like feels like a video game right now, dude. I'm actually playing a video game. That's sick. I love playing video games. Looking bored, homie. Hola. Oi. Oi, J-Bomb. Where am I going now? Into that one over there? Looks that way. It's kind of a long jump. You know, I'm gonna go to the middle part, baby, huh? Can I climb on that? Yeah.
Just got to keep climbing.
Just keep swimming. Whee. This is the most fun I've had in this game in terms of density. I like the climbing. I like the puzzle. This is what the whole game should have been. It's like I'm actually adventuring. Nothing but the sky, Brian, says J-Bomb. Thinking on some weekend plans. Something productive, huh? Do you gotta do something productive? Do you absolutely have to? Because if not, maybe you shouldn't. So I can go over there, some treasure. Over there is perhaps how I advance. Wee. What is this? Ore? Can't take any more ore. I can take this though. But an ancient trash can? Rubbish bin? Receptacle? Gomi Bako?
A codex. This one speaks of the advanced archery skills developed in Byzantium.
Oh, classically trained. Oh. Increased number of arrows that can be rapidly shot without redrawing from the quiver to 3. What? What are you talking about? I just drew from the quiver just now. How do I do that? How do I, oh, I have to mash it. Oh, I didn't know I could do that. What the fuck? I didn't know I could do that. That's sick. Let's make some more arrows. Kind of pointless, says Brian. Because I do very little damage. I mean, usually you get a headshot, right? You kind of line up a headshot. But I mean, if you didn't, you're right, it wouldn't work. Maybe against like animals, or like a bear or something. Or if you drop it for their body, right? But yeah, I literally have guns. I actually have guns, so. It's another mechanic in this game, kind of evidence that it's, you know, again, the idea of like checking things off of a checklist, it bothers me when games do that. So yeah, we'll have some upgrades for you, sure, but are we going to actually design the game around having a purpose for them? Not really. It's just an upgrade to have. It's a cool idea. Again, you see that a lot. It's a cool idea. Why not, I guess. Why not? On the one hand, it's like, yeah, why not? On the other hand, it's also like, maybe because it was a cool idea, you should have actually designed the game around it in some capacity. Because, I mean, I can agree it's a good idea. It's a fun idea. But it's not, it doesn't, your game isn't good because it has some good ideas. To make a good game, you actually have to, you know, like, design the game around those good ideas. If you were just smashing arrows at a dude's chest, but usually you'd be blasting them if they were exactly, you have a gun. I have fucking guns, man. I don't need to look, she has, like, fucking Jedi powers. You see that? I can, like, aim at them, and she, like, makes them glow. That's sick. She has magical powers. I want to see if I can glitch the game out. How come I can get onto that one sometimes? I can't stay on it, though. It kind of flickers. I wish, is there, like, one degree of motion on the stick I can select, and then press the jump button, never reach that one? Jump. Jump. Oh my god! That's sick. So I can tell if she can reach it or not based on the glow. So is it glowing? No, it's too far to glow. That one's glowing though. I know I can make the jump. There's an incredibly broken bow skill you haven't purchased yet, but you might actually not like it because it's super busted, huh? How busted could it be? Is it one shot anybody from anywhere on their body? That's all I can think of. I mean, bows are already pretty strong. That'd be fucking crazy.
Bells. The old city is close.
Who's ringing the bells? The deathless ones? Really? Pretty much that? Just killed with a body shot? That's fucking sick. I mean, that would make that fucking mash move pretty good. I mean, that's pretty broken. In their defense, though, you kind of have to draw the bow. I mean, not really. Like sometimes, based on the way enemies move in this game, they're kind of hard to hit with the bow and arrow if they're aware of you, right? Like if it's like the heat of combat, you know, I find that
Lara,
rifle
we're on the
or
mountain above the glacier.
shotgun works better.
Can you see Trinity?
Yes, they're beginning their operation.
Auto targets head when you aim at
Mentally
somebody.
off
Oh.
now. Listen, Sophia, don't attack them too soon.
We'll give it some time. I'll contact you again soon.
Grab it, Laurie. It's like I'm busy talking. Grab it. Grab it. Laurie. Grab it. Weird.
I thought I had died.
Did you die? No, I'm immortal, man. That's pretty fun, but holy shit, is it broken? Well, that did sound pretty broken. I was gonna try and defend it and say that at least it makes bow more useful in fast-paced combat. Because, I mean, I kind of like the image of Laurie Croft as a hunter. I think I'm not the only one that feels that way. Right? I think that a lot of the promotional art for this game, right, you never see her with a gun. She always has a bow. I mean, you could also argue that's sexist. Because I feel like there's a certain attitude in the media that women should not have guns and they typically have bows. That sort of a thing. But anyway, we see a lot of like Laurie Crafterson as like an archer. That's kind of a fun idea, I feel like. And so it's kind of interesting to take a mechanic like a power up and say, now she can use her bow in fast-paced combat the way she can use a gun. There are times I wish I didn't have it, says Brian. Took away the fun of getting a headshot. I can understand that, especially in stealth situations. Speaking of easy-ass games, guys, we're playing CHP tonight. It is going to be some shit. We're going to just grind hard as fuck. I love it. Man, fuck focus groups, says J-Bomb, huh? Focus groups are definitely, I understand the idea behind them. What do you think? What's your solution, J-Bomb? Because I understand why you need focus groups, but I think when you look at, like, history of gaming and film and TV, you'll oftentimes see, you'll hear anecdotes about focus groups that were way off base. They were totally off base. And that makes sense, too, where you have a very small pool of people, right? They're not going to always, in that small group, you know, have really relevant wisdom. At the same time, I understand the importance of it as a way to kind of understand how people will react to a thing before you release it. But yeah, it doesn't seem to really work that well. I used to bow most of the game unless I used the bow. Unless it was one of those sections that forced me into close-range combat where dudes knew where I was. Yeah, that's most of this game. That pisses me off, dude. While I'm ranting, Uncharted 4 had this brilliant notion, of, even better than 2 and 3, right? Of, let's make every encounter... I'm about to walk this back, by the way. As I'm talking, I'm thinking to myself, let's make every encounter stealth that evolves into gunplay. That was such a cool idea. But, again, let me walk it back a little bit. There were a lot of times in Uncharted where, Uncharted 4, where there was a pretty major issue with the pace of the game because you weren't sure when to stop stealthing. Like, there's so many times where you're like, man, I probably could stealth this. And because I'm a stealth-oriented gamer, I want to stealth it. So but it might take me forever, right? Like, I might be able to do this, but it'd probably be faster to shoot them. I think that Lost Legacy did a better job, because in Lost Legacy you could have like more movement, right? Like in Lost Legacy there was more tools to get around and between the enemies, whereas a lot of time in Uncharted 4 you were in stealth mode before the encounter begins, and you could pick off a couple guys, but you're like, now they're all in a big cluster in the middle. How can I stealth them? And you're like, well, again, I could wait for that 1 millisecond window to jump in and choke this guy out, then escape again before they see me. And again, I want to do that because I like choking guys out. So that's kind of a problem in that game's design. I think that there's definitely something to be said about making it more clear to the player when it makes sense to stealth and when it makes sense to not stealth. But this game bothers me with the fact that so much of the encounters are just, now they're just finding you, they're shooting at you. Like, dude, let me fucking stealth some guys first. Can't have a female main character, the focus groups. I don't know. I'm not sure if that's necessarily the case. I don't have an economically stable substitute to the focus group idea, says J-Bomb. But for a lot of companies today, they have the money to take risks and try something different, but instead stick to what sells. But why would they get approval to do that, says Julian, when they could do this thing that they know works? Yeah, I really don't feel like the problem with focus groups. I really feel like it's kind of a weird conclusion to jump to that focus groups are the problem there. I think that it's really traditional wisdom that says you can't have a female main character, right? I think that really, if I had to guess, focus groups would be more receptive to female characters than big companies might think. I've gone on rants before about how I feel like, you know, the 2020s are the decade of the female protagonist. I think that we're seeing culturally that male gamers are receptive to female protagonists, if only on the most shallow level because they're physically attractive, right? I think that what we're seeing, if I'm not mistaken, is that we're kind of noticing that for the mass market appeal, if you have a female protagonist, it has a better shot at bringing in a female demographic, right? At the same time, you know, men also would rather play the female a lot of the time because it makes it more interesting to look at while you're playing. That's why we see men having played female characters in MMOs for the longest time. And other games that you pick gender, men oftentimes pick female characters, myself included. That's why we see, you know, Dead or Alive is probably being one of the bigger franchises played by women. When you watch Dead or Alive streams, there's almost always women there playing. And sometimes they'll say that it's because they feel like women are better represented in that game, or because, you know, there's more, you know, pretty characters, for as shallow as that sounds. I think that we're seeing in films and in gaming, especially gaming, and in TV, that a female protagonist actually has more appeal than you would think. Of course, again, we're coming from a society that's, you know, male-dominated and even, you know, misogynistic in many cases. And so I can understand the hesitation of making a female character empowered and depicting her as, you know, being stronger than a male character or otherwise, you know, independent of male characters. And I think that's why we've seen historically reluctance to accept female protagonists. But I think we're coming to a point now where we're seeing it actually might become, in the near future, more viable economically to have a female protagonist. Oh, shit! Yes. I missed the old game, dude. When you just constantly fall over. That shit was hilarious. There are also spots in Uncharted 4 that weren't, where that wasn't possible. Remember that spot in the mansion where you pushed a door and suddenly guys started floating, and you're right. Yeah, well, not every situation. I was mistaken to say everyone, but I would say most. It was very rare in Uncharted 4 where you were not allowed to stealth. And this game is the opposite. It's very rare when you are allowed to stealth. Are you saying 2020 pregnancy has a gender, says J-Bomb? If you take something like Life is Strange, that game did pretty well and focused on a young female protagonist that was not over-sexualized. Yeah, I don't think that they need to be even over-sexualized. I mean, I think, honestly... Alright, let me walk this back, dude. I think that, relatively speaking, Lara Croft in this game is not overly sexualized. That's relatively speaking. Of course, there's some gratuitous camera angles of her butt when she's swimming, things like that, and when she's climbing. And of course, she's very shapely as a character in general, and she wears tight-fitting clothing. But I think that, compared to some other females in gaming, she is definitely not over-sexualized. She's no more sexualized, maybe even less than a typical, like, Hollywood heroine. But I think that, you know, in any case, I don't know, maybe it's just me. I've kind of mentioned this before. I think that even if the character is not sexualized, even at all, honestly, there's a certain mystique that, you know, men have toward women. This idea that, you know, they're sort of like, you know, they're sort of mysterious, sort of interesting. I think that men are receptive to female main characters, honestly. I think that it's, you know, an outdated concept. I think that men necessarily only want to see men in leading roles. I think that when I see a female main character in a game, I'm more drawn to it because I find it, you know, more interesting. Now, me and Dix have talked about it. Dix says that could be it's like a, and Coolin also mentioned this, could be because it is sort of novel. It does stand out to have a female protagonist still. And maybe if every game had a female protagonist, that wouldn't be the case anymore. But I think part of it is just that, you know, girls are cool. I think that as we see, you know, gaming as a hobby sort of grow demographically, we're going to see more demand from female gamers for female protagonists. And when you combine that with, again, the fact that I think men are actually interested in playing females, I think we're going to see us moving towards seeing many more female protagonists than we've had in the past. In, you know, all forms of media. I'm not even fucking paying. I'm having some fun talking. I'm not even watching the game right now. We got fucking zombies and shit, dude. I haven't even mentioned the zombies. These guys are fucking Dark Souls enemies, dude. They're like orcs or whatever. Where do you want me to go, game? Oh, I'm gonna climb up onto this. Yeah, that makes sense. Run along a fucking narrow beam of ice. Remember The Last of Us 2, where weren't tons of dudes complaining that you played as Ellie? No, honestly, I didn't see that even once. Although you could argue that even if they didn't say it verbally, that's what they meant, right? People were pissed off that they killed off Joel in a very, very sudden and brutal way. People were pissed off that their main character that they loved in the first game was killed off in sort of like a offhanded way, kind of thrown away. Yeah, exactly, died like a bitch. You can interpret that as some kind of misogynistic, undertones. But I think it's fair to be pissed off that a main character died, ignobly. I've always enjoyed playing with female main characters. In games where you can choose the gender of your character, I usually go female, same here. And I find myself caring more about whether they die or as silly as that sounds, says Brian. Yeah, again, whether it's because of, literally, sexual attraction, or just because of that female mystique, or that, that arguably, toxic protective urge. I think that women are down with playing as female characters more than I think some people think. I think that as the industry realizes that, we're going to see more and more of them. And I think we have seen more and more of them. Yeah, I maintain that, killing off a character like Joel, I mean, it was a move meant to be shocking. I can't see how I would be pissed off by that. It makes sense to me in a game like Uncharted to kill off a character like Joel in a way that's very just like, oh, he's dead now. He was killed. It makes sense. That's kind of like the whole theme of the first game, right? It's that, shit's unfair and the world is scary. And if you're going to have Ellie be the main character, I think it also makes sense. It makes sense to make Ellie the main character, right? Because she was the protege in the first game. I think it would make sense to murder off Joel in some way that makes Ellie really pissed off. And then, by extension, pisses off some of the fans. But whatever. Whatever, man. Look at Chun in Street Fighter 5 versus Ken that got the short end of the stick. Why wouldn't you play her or Mika says the Vast? Huh? That's true as well. I mean, also we see Street Fighter 5 is a good example, the Vast, right? That game has got a very large percentage female roster. Right? And I think that, if there was actually a real risk in making female characters in video games as as playable characters, let's say, then we wouldn't see fighting games for so long having such a large percentage of female cast. Again, they make the cast more interesting overall to have like a spread of different different character designs. And likewise, again, there's that sex appeal aspect. The other side of it, The Last of Us wasn't realistic for all that the world was supposed to be. There were expectations of a cinematic experience and the accompanying tropes. So it makes sense people didn't like that, just as it makes sense there are people that did like it. Dix, you're totally right. What a fucking analysis.
So many of them.
You just blew my mind, bro. Right? Like, people wanted it to be like a movie game, because it's a fucking movie game franchise. And so to do something so, adventurous, I can see why that made people feel kind of like, what the fuck? Like, they'd be shocked, right? They wanted something more comforting. They wanted comfort food from The Last of Us. I think it's fair to ask, considering the first game, what it was. And maybe it was, could be perceived as unfair for the developers to take this game and try to do something, more narratively ambitious with it. More, more experimental, more shocking. I can see how that's not. I would say it's not the case, right? I wouldn't say it's not unfair or anything. But that's probably part of the risk you run when your game is so much sold on its narrative. That's something that Shiva Jones said in the chat, right? It's a game that's sold on its narrative, so people don't like the story. That's a really damning. It's a really damning problem. Story is very subjective if you like it or not, right? Some people like this story, they hate that story. When your game is, based on story, that's its main selling point, and you go for something a little bit more controversial like that, it's going to negatively impact your game's reviews. Icy Bluff, huh? Okay. Street Fighter 5 has changed a lot over the years. Chun was good in Season 1 because of instant air legs, but not necessarily because better than Ken. Over the next couple seasons, Ken was much better than Chun because they nerfed her. I don't know what happened after that because I stopped following the game. Yeah, I didn't necessarily mean that, she should be, I don't know, the strongest character or whatever. I just meant that I took it as an opportunity to talk about female characters in fighting games and how they're often strong. They're often viable. They're often, as good as their male counterparts. And we see a good spread between people playing male and female characters. What the hell is this? It's so glowing so bright, I can't even see what it is. I guess it's like a nuclear bird's nest. It's just unfortunate consequence to trying to spice things up. It's like how things like Dark Souls 2 happen. That's true too, Dix. You're right. That's an example of, you know, a similar situation, but not narratively, right? More in terms of the gameplay. Dark Souls 2, you know, is going to be a little bit different, and there's pros and cons to that, right? Everybody wants something different, but they also hate things that are different. I got you, Brian, yeah. I was talking more about the looks Chun has almost like 100 costumes, and Ken only got hit with the ugly of the stick. Interesting point, Vast. That's an example of, I think that fighting games have a earned reputation for really selling on the sex aspect, right? I think it's because fighting game players are inherently more violent. They have that testosterone running. So it's always like, you know, fighting, blood, and boobs. I like the effect of the icicles. Oh, that's hilarious. That's actually godlike. I like how she said, shit. She saw the icicle coming. Oh, shit. That's a cool scene. I like that idea. That could be a fucking mechanic. I should have made it into a mechanic. In Uncharted 4, it actually fit that game better than this game. I think it's because it's easier to sell sexy costumes of female characters than costumes of male characters. Yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. That's exactly why it is. That's why it is. Nobody wants to buy costumes of a male character. Oh, shit! Take this sword away. Oh, shit. I killed him, but he's a deathless one. He's gonna die? He just faded away. Oh, they all know I'm here. Fucking Dark Souls, okay. Okay, this is literally Dark Souls now. So basically, certain attacks can't be interrupted. But I can also dodge. Ow! Oh no, I'm still stuck in animation. Oh, he dodged me. My second swing is a lot of recovery. Oh, you bastard! Estes? I could just shoot this guy, honestly, but it's more fun to do this. I feel like I'm playing Dark Souls. That's not a bad thing. Dang. That's actually a lot of fun. Yeah, I try to parry there. Trying to get the timing down. So they kind of fall apart into pieces. I can still loot them, but they're like chunks. Oh, shit. Nice aim, asshole. I was looking pretty nuts. Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh my god! Fucking Dark Souls! Oh, the rolls, bro! The rolls! Oh, I can't get the fucking stun on this guy. She was taking damage there. What the hell? Kind of inconsistent. Let's get rid of this fucking archer. Stop it! Parry? Gotta use parry timing, kind of like in Dark Souls. Gotta do it as they're starting up their attack, not as they're finishing it. It's kind of weird. In my mind, I'm thinking like, you know, like dodge the attack, like as it's hitting me, but you have to dodge it when they're starting it up. Are you gonna keep spawning forever, or am I supposed to go somewhere, or can I kill all you guys at some point? I hear dudes yelling at me. Here's somebody. Oh, hi! Oh my god! Literally Dark Souls. What the fuck is up, bro? Yes, as they're starting up, you do it. Oh, okay, I see now. Could I have killed him instantly if I timed that differently? I saw a little icon pop up. Ow! I don't know what that little icon means. Sick. If you delay a counter a little bit longer, you can jam an arrow in their neck for an insta-kill. It's pretty... Oh, if I wait for the little circle to close in? Okay. Dodge while they're starting it, but delay when you counter. Okay, I think you have to wait for the circle to shrink, right? I think they're all dead. Shit, I can't get some Estus. But then chugging that shit. Okay, let's see here. I've kind of been wishing this game would add in like a melee enemy, so that I would be like too close to shoot them. Like enemies would crowd you, right? You have to kind of fight them off with your pickaxe and your dodge. You guys are kind of like that. I could probably just walk backward and shoot. You're right, Vass. It does mean more to me sometimes. I think in this case, it's probably just music that's just gonna keep playing forever. Might be some enemy somewhere trying to find me, like somewhere else. I think they're pretty much all dead here. That was fun. I wonder if I get them, like, I bet you I get the pounce kills on these guys if I climbed up here, huh? I could have jumped up here and jumped on them. It's been too long since I played a good multiplayer side-scrolling fighter. Huh? Like a beat-em-up? Think about buying that TMNT game? Let me shoot this. Oh, maybe like some guys on firefighting that. Like a beat-em-up. That looks explosive. Yeah, like Double Dragon, yeah. Or like Streets of Rage. Final Fight. Simpsons, yeah. The Simpsons. Boop bop bop beady bop bop ba beady dee doo. Ba ba da beady. Hello? Get some Estus, please? Let me stealth somebody? Ouch! Not so much. Oh, they're fucking magic arrows. Here comes a dude. A few dudes, even. A couple identical dudes. Ooh, the monkey run, dog. What you know about that monkey run? Does that make sense? What's up, Katie? Fucking Maple Story dicks. Let's fucking go. I'm playing Dark Souls, Katie. We got guys with swords now. I get to fucking do some melee combat. That's fucking sick. Hello. Oh, it looks great. J-Bomb. What are you doing here? Yeah, armor's more fitting now, yeah. I gotta blow that guy up with all this fucking shit up here. Hope they don't blow me up. Estus. Yeah, I could have shot that and would have rained fire on those things and blew them to smithereens. Boom, bum, boom, beedly boom. Oh shit. Oh my god! What the fuck? That's bullshit. Where's that fucking counter? Where's my fucking insta-kill? Oh my god. Ow! Cut it out! The archer thing is coming to death. Hit one of the pots. It's gonna kill me, Dick, if I do that. I don't want to die from a pot. She's standing up, but I'm gonna regen my health now, I think. Or I have to use an Estus. I can go that way. I'm probably supposed to go that way. So I regen my health there. Because because she's no longer in danger. Where's my fucking pound skill, man? I pressed the pound skill button, she's not landing next to him, she's like, ha! It'll be a pot shot, says Dix. Hide behind a wall and do it. It'll be a pot shot. Let's blow up the next guy. There's some pots up there, right? This is for you, Dix. Oh, what? Oh, look at all these dudes! Oh, they're locking me in? Oh, no. Oh, no! It's for Dix, first of all. That's for Brian X. Oh, man. Sick! Team just got good, guys. The best is when you try to pounce kill an enemy, and instead she just jumps down with the broadhead arrow. He actually just holds it like, ah! What kind of shitty boss fight was that? Yeah, I think it is broken because Brian X gave me the tip that I could just one-shot kill them. This is the end of the main game, Katie. This is the end of the main game. This is where, this is where every Uncharted game ends with you find the magic city, it's full of zombies and orcs and shit like that. Every game in this quote-unquote genre always ends like this. By the way, the final boss is some orcs. I've been fighting mercenaries the whole time. That's the twist, man. That's the twist. The final boss is orcs. Okay, any more Estus stuff? I need a bunch of Estus stuff. I'll have to go through there, huh? Let's never do that then. I didn't want to grab that. Why would you guys think that? Want me to jump across there? I can make that jump. This is kind of the ultimate arc of Lara Croft, huh? You think so? How so? Ow. Be that way then. Now guys from Tombs are raiding her. Oh my god, J-Bomb. I mean, you're right. The hiking boot is on the other foot. You're right, J-Bomb. You're absolutely right. The Tomb Raid's back. Rise of the Tomb Raider. This time, the Tomb Raid's back. This time, the zombies are real. Oh, the monsters, right? The monsters are real. Okay.
This is, particularly odd. Has elements of Scythian design, but it looks like a... No, not possible.
It's like what, Lori? It's like what? Yeah, that boss fight was really easy because I unlocked a power-up that's me one-shot kill guys. It's like one of the things you can get from your skill tree. I wouldn't have, I don't even know how to use it, but Brian was like, yeah, you can just delay your attack. Pretty fun. Makes it easy, but very fun. Sounds like some bad off-brand kind of movie.
We observed something strange in the night.
Straight to VHS. This time, the monsters are real. Sometimes I think, guys, I should do the whole stream in that voice. Maybe get 10,000 viewers. What if I did all my commentary like this? Let's see here. I'd probably have a very sore throat by the end of the night.
Bars them from entry.
Okay, let's see. I can climb up there, looks like. Or swing across or something. Oh, I'm supposed to use, I see, it's a little cord there. Okay, well, I could go there. Do I want to go there? Do I go somewhere else? I can blow that up for no reason, huh? Is it going to cause something to happen? Oh, challenges. Rally the Deathless to fight Trinity by lighting their signal fires. Okay. That's kind of a fun gimmick. It's a shame that I didn't know about that earlier. Can't imagine doing a Doom guy impression for a whole stream, huh? Set up a capture rig to make yourself an old anime man and just speak in a money-making voice. That'd be easier on my throat. Like an OG-san? OG-san?
Hey guys, welcome to Vencabot. My name is OG-san. Today we're playing Rise of the Tomb Raider. Uh-oh, looks like there's zombies now. Who would have guessed? Back in my day, men were men and women were women. And the dead stayed dead. Simpler times.
I wonder if I probably missed some of these bonfires, huh? Do it when you switch a gacha. Would you like to play money spending game? Oh my god.
Would you like to play money spending game with Grandpa? 4 nights a week. Twitch.tv/Vencabot.
Many more things I want to blow up. How about over there? Yoshi. Ooh, there's one of them. One up there too, looks like. Yosh.
Will we pull a gold 5-star this time? I can't believe it. We pulled the 5-star. Wow, my life is complete. We can finally stop playing this game. I'm just joking, I'm addicted as fuck. There'll be a new 5-star release next week. The Valentine's Day bikini expansion's coming out. I want to get my favorite waifu.
I had my fill of Genshin Impact. I don't want to touch another gacha hell for a while, says Vast, huh? I heard Genshin's a very fun game to play, but the gacha is like very unrewarding, like very unfulfilling. Like it's really, really, I guess grinding, the pull rates are really bad, I guess.
Please donate your stimulus checks to Grandpa for more of a gacha playing game. Grandpa needs his gacha. If I don't pull a 4-star this week or better, I might just die. It might be my time.
Oh, what's this? Can I climb up there and onto there? That'd be sick as fuck. I don't think I can, though. It looks very... It's definitely teasing me with that. Can I bounce that air off his shield? Sick.
It's been so long since we get anything above a 3-star. I think my account may be bugged. Oh, never mind. It's just bad luck.
I'm saying, oh no, Grandpa.
Alright, guys. I just drew my last 3-star. I guess I'm a die now. Hope you guys enjoyed the show for the past 3 years.
No, Grandpa, don't. It's okay. We'll give you more money so you can draw more 4-stars.
Oh, it's awfully nice of you, Sonny, but I think it's time for me to go to the great beyond. Unless someone wants to give me a $50 donation. Then we might have a shot at this.
Keep those eyes open. I think we hit them all that we can hit up to this point. If life was a ganja, you'd be a 4-star, says J-Bomb, huh? That's one of the weirdest compliments I've ever received, J-Bomb, but thank you. You didn't say 5-star, though. But I might be able to fucking, you know, digivolve into a 4-star. With time. Or a 5-star. Okay, let's see here. Can I go up to this thing? I can't get on top of this, huh? That's bullshit, dude. Oh, I can't. Never mind. That's amazing. Best game of all time. Okay. Very cool area. I must admit. Okie dokie. I think that's everything, right? Oh, there's one over there. Almost missed it. That was close. So was the last one around here somewhere, or is it deeper in? I feel like it must be around here somewhere, right? I think deeper in has like a change of aesthetic, usually signifying that we're going to like a new area. Now he was keeping it real. There's no way to be a 5. Well, come on, Brian. You can only get the 5-star drop by completing the Meet Brian IRL event. Huh? It's seasonal, though. No way I'm spending on the gotcha dollars. Dude, I fucking met Brian IRL. I missed my chance, dude. I missed my chance. I wasn't drawing at the time. I wasn't playing. I had to wait until next season. Okay, so I gotta find the last big old disc thing, whatever it's called. The giant sconce. I learned the word sconce from Dark Souls 2. I use it every chance I get. Everything to me is a sconce.
Let's all spend our money on a money-making game. Not for making us money, but for making some Chinese company some money. Gotcha games literally are money-making games.
I think I forgot to pull the Brian holds the door open for Venka massive nacho plate card, huh? Dude, that card would have been sick. Dude, that was so good, dude. I miss those nachos so much. I miss them every day. Who would have thought man could be so emotionally attached to nachos? It's a very small area. I mean, I feel like it's not here. I would have seen it if it was. Although, again, they hide them in very asinine places sometimes. Because they're trying to be cute. Trying to sell Brady game strategy guides. There's something way up there, but I don't think it's what I want. Well, maybe it is. I can hit that, right? Let me hit that. Boom, boom, boom. Maybe not. I feel like a ponce, but I'd love to stay ensconced by a sconce. I hate the English language, says J-Bomb, huh? Anything up there? Doesn't look like it, huh? Lots of blue fire. It's definitely our last chance to find one of these things. Can I pull this down? That's oh, it's wood. Oh, I need a like a shotgun. Or no, fire arrow. That's what it is. No, I need like a. I forget what the. Let's just try the grenade here. Boom. Close enough. Enemy by enemy, huh? Yeah, I found it. I founded it. I got the Founders Edition.
We did it, boys. We beat the game. Good job, gentlemen.
Oh, I can't go through here. Bingo. Bingo, bango. Okay. So now I need to jump out of this. Whee. Where are we going? I got a bonfire? That'd be sick. I feel like a bonfire's coming, right? Can I jump over there? I don't think so. Very cool environment. I like the transition between the icy caves and the cool destroyed ruins. I guess it's very glittery in here. I like the glittery effect. Whoa, so sparkly. Even sparkles based on the actual camera position. Whoa. Oh my god. Oh shit. Let's be careful with this. Spider-Man. Oh, shit! Shout out to fucking Tomb Raider 2017. Hey there, big guy.
How are you doing, Laurie? You're looking pretty as always.
I got a boyfriend.
What's your man got to do with me?
Oh, shit. Bombs going off?
Lara! They're going to break through the ice any minute.
Do you think you can stop them?
The best we can do is buy you some time. I'll see you on the other side.
Oh my god. Hell of a familiar side. Look at this guy. Hey there, bud. You're looking awfully anime right now. Lots of mushrooms. Like they want me to poison everybody. I ain't poisoning shit. I smashed him. That's sick. I like destroying old stuff. Cool smoke effect. Whoa.
The Chamber of Souls.
The Chamber of
Source has
Souls.
to be there.
So, I'm looking for the divine
way
source
into the
now.
City center is through that gate.
I've been confused this whole time. I already found the divine source, but I found the apex, the article of something, the map majig, basically. So I've been chasing this MacGuffin for the whole game, the divine source. Atlas, yeah, the Atlas. Atlas tells you where the divine source is. This is actually some Dark Souls shit right here. This would not be a miss in a Dark Souls game, dude. Look. That's fucking sick. Good place for us to take a break here. Made some good progress today. Very fun little area. I'm having fun so far in this environment. We're in New Londo, Dix.
I don't know what I expected an immortal being to be like, but Jacob seems so human. The things he must have seen over the years.
She's so hot for Jacob, dude.
All that experience and knowledge. It's difficult to fathom. And yet, he lied to his own people for generations.
What a dick.
All for the sake of this secret. What wonders will be unlocked with the divine source? Will humans
Shut up,
finally
Lori!
understand the true nature of the soul? Or will it unlock some extraordinary new scientific discovery?
If you don't shut the fuck up.
One thing
I'm done. So this is what I meant when I said that these dialogue boxes you can do, they can range anywhere from 5 seconds to 6 hours, because there's no hint of like how long they're gonna last. So you could be stuck there forever for all you know. Very New Londo, but after you kill Big Mummy Illusion, huh? Pretty cool. So there's some platforming down there. There's some kind of bonfire majig. Want me to light that? I can try if you want. Yush! Look like it hit an invisible wall. It hit the arrow. It hit the rope there or something. Guys, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna play some ZHP before we end the stream. Zetai Hero Project. It's a pretty cool JRPG. We're gonna do some grinding today, get some sweet level ups, and hopefully we can beat the, get much deeper into the second dungeon in the game. Oh my! I'll see you guys very, very shortly. I just wanted to fucking stand on the railing. I was thinking more New Londo, not in Orlando, huh? What's the difference, Dix? One's underwater, and one's up in the air. Nailed it, Connor.
Oh,
so
that's
what?
big punish.
What is water if not thick air? Oh no! Hail Marys.
Got the
New
grab,
Londo ruins
make it
was the
happen
fucked up
still.
flooded area.
Okay. Ooh, sick.
That's true. Splish, sploosh, splish, sploosh. That's probably the most fun sitting I had in this game in a very long time. I like meleeing dudes. And the environment was very cool to explore. Good platforming. Got solved a little puzzle. Not a big puzzle, but a little puzzle. If you like Inner Orlando Vast, then you would love the third dungeon in Code Vein. It's just in Orlando, but, you know, if it was 10 times as big and much more generic. What could be greater? Before I actually change to ZHP, guys, I'm going to thank some fine folks who make the channel possible here. I stream 5 nights a week.
If you've got a
I really enjoy
the
it.
other
You
direction.
guys make it possible for me, as well as those of us that enjoy the show. Thank you to our patrons on patreon.com/Vencabot, like John Hernandez, Katie Alpha, Remy Sin Theory, and Salty Face, as well as Ashley Mozera, Audrey Apples, Chulak, Dick Sucker, Hubie, Jordy Hargreaves, Max, Michael Hinkle, Minix PN, Way Local, as well as the shady winners like Brandon Williams, Falno, GK Live, Good Vibe City, Juna, Non, Keith Best, Coolahan, Kyle Glass, Leon Madison, Mum Blues, Rage Against the Arcade Machine, Ricardo Garcia, Souptastic, the Shen, Tony Bosher, and Toxic Vamp. And the young guys at $1 a month on Patreon. Benjamin J. Harkins, Karina D. Scott, Donka Dapper Dons, Herb Dirkin, I'm Joy Cruz, Kaiju Infinite, and Lisa. Thank you to our Twitch subs as well, like Zanzu, Big Nasty, Eve Off the Chill, and N Cruz, as well as AJ897, Ash Lethal, The Stuffy Muffin, Balls Deep, Baking Pancakes, Bin Mighty, Blue Abs, Brother, Nero FGC, Kami Jun, Karina Dea, Kavias, Chulak, CPU3S, Danny Dante Gameplay, Dicksucker, Doc3292, Dirk Blur, Exodus 3rd, Fat Shoe 17, Fight J Fight, First Opus, FPA Brown X, Garbage Jungle Style, Goss, Herb Durkin, Invalid Litter Department, Jiffy Beefy, Cairo Vatica, KD Alpha, KG The Legend, Longlegs, Moist Ovakin, Mothman FGC, Neon Riot 4, Niggas Jones, Titus Templar, Praetor 51, Quinifer, Rebecca, Rockstage, Rough Stuff, Scary Busey, Sin Theory, Stone Cold, Ryan Meyer, Synapse, Task Force, Fouls, Tonebox, 3Venge, Triple M, Welford, Joker Brain 3S, Here's Salty Face, Zach123, and Z Spectre Z, as well as Kilakura.
Like, oh boys, we're gonna.
Fast says, I hate Code Vein and Orlando clone. It's a terrible area, huh? That is definitely, that is a really annoying area. It's so annoying. The bosses are also badly designed in the map or in the game overall. I loved Code Vein, man. I really was surprised by how much I loved Code Vein. I fucking love the hell out of that game. I love the bosses. I loved fighting the enemies. I liked exploring for the most part. Of course, it didn't have the budget of Dark Souls, nor did it have, honestly, the level design chops. I mean, you can say, oh, it lacked the budget, oh, so of course it doesn't look as good as Dark Souls areas. But I mean, really, that was part of it. But the other part of it is just that, Dark Souls environments are way more imaginatively designed in their layouts. That being said, I think the game was a good example of a good, solid exploration experience. They were careful to put collectibles right where they needed to be, good things to find, good power-ups, good treasure scattered around in hidden places. Made it. Oh wow, that was fucking stomp.
What? Now I've seen some crazy
combat was really solid
in my day. Trust me.
I like the idea of like character customization. It kind of reminded me of Final Fantasy Tactics a little bit.
Trust me.
Kind of customizing your character by putting all these different skills on them.
But I've never seen one quite like that before.
Really enjoyed the finding the stories of the characters in the dungeons. Yes, Brian, that was a really cool mechanic. It reminds me of me and my bro were talking about gacha games in general. We were talking about how the game he's playing, Epic 7, it lacks a mechanic that Magi Record had, which Magi Record had this thing where when you pull a girl from the gacha, you would also have their storyline unlocked. So you could basically, whenever you drew a character from the gacha, you were rewarded with some actual story content that was very meaningful. You would basically learn their backstory to a little side quest that would be unlocked. Whereas in Epic 7, when you draw a character, you don't really, all you get is the character, which I think kind of detracts from the value. And likewise, I feel like the Code Vein definitely had a really poignant mix of combining the story reward with the gameplay reward, because the vestiges were very important for the gameplay as well. But also the fact that they kind of gave you this little extra value of having a little cutscene play out that's kind of interesting. That was such a cool idea that not enough games really explore.
Oh my god!
Shout out to Feather Years, that game was godlike.
The wall just now?
It's mostly just that the area and the additional areas were very small, and the bosses were just damage sponge, but the little depth is vast, huh? I feel like in general in Code Vein, I kind of disagree with that. I feel like a lot of bosses in that game had very interesting, attack patterns that were fun to dodge. I'm not sure what more you want from a boss. I mean, compared to Dark Souls, I feel like the bosses in some cases were quite a lot harder than Dark Souls bosses in terms of their attack patterns and stuff. Of course, if you played like a strong co-op character, you could pretty much make a lot of it a lot easier. The anime style and character creation was good, so it's vast, huh? That probably appealed to me the least about it overall. Character creator was very in-depth, but I felt like there wasn't like a lot of point to doing it, because it's just, you don't see your character that much, like you see him from the back all the time. And likewise, the anime style kind of rubbed me the wrong way at first. It kind of grew on me. We had apples in the chat. What's up, apples?
Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff.
Welcome aboard, aka Yapples, aka Audrey the Giant. Audrey Yapples. All right, let's close this game and get ZHP started.
What is poop?